To Love and to Be Loved, Part 6. To love, to be loved. To never get used to the unspeakable violence and the vulgar disparity of life around you. To see joy in the saddest places. To pursue beauty in its lair. To never simplify what is complicated or complicate what is simple. To respect strength, never power, above all, to watch, to try, and to understand. I appreciate how the beginning of this part of our book explained exactly what every story was going to be about. Going into these stories, each and every single one of them brings in a struggle or a hard time that a family or the person had to face, and that it never weakened their life. It continued to set the path for their life and to show what strength really is. What will become of your life? He chose to overpower what was trying to hurt him. He could have become an alcoholic and let his life just fall apart based on his childhood. But he chose to rise against that, and he chose to show that he had the strength needed to get over those disparities. In the next story of what is going on, this was a really good one. This was about a family whose parents were kidnapped, and even though that could have broken that entire family and the mom could have found many other outs, she chose to rise above that, and she knew that with her faith and her strength that she would one day return back home to her family, and she did. And even though that family will probably have struggles for their entire life, they don't hold it against them living their life or continuing to live their life or letting their children live their lives. They might have limitations and pauses when it comes to certain situations, but they don't let it stop them from what their life is about, and that's true strength as well. The next story that I wanted to talk about is my great-grandmother's battle. This is, I think, a story that a lot of people can relate to, because it's really sad that I'm sure one or another someone knows somebody who has gone through cancer, and I definitely have. But something really struck me in this book, or in this story, that I think ties in all of the stories in this part. When something terrible in your life occurs, you can't let it affect the way you live, and that is why I will continue to invite the whole family for pool parties, and I will continue to cook everyone's favorite meal. This grandmother was going through breast cancer, and her grandchild didn't understand why she was cooking and being her normal self. And when asked, that was her reply. And I think that sets the tone for a lot of people in a lot of different senses, is that we all go through something terrible in life, and everybody has to overcome something that might seem unovercomable, if that's a word. But when you continue with it and you continue to show up and show the strength needed, you will come out on the other side. And even though this grandmother did lose her battle, her strength and her memory of that kept with this child for their entire life. And that's something that when children are looking at, when they see an adult with strength, they use that as motivators. And I think that it was so important for that child to see. This part was about finding yourself and using your obstacles in life to overcome what might come and to keep going no matter what.